Have you found your ring?
Nope.
Okay, good.
It's somewhere.
We're moving on. Thanks to Tourism Tasmania, we're heading across the ditch to check in with friend of the show, Matt Gibb, who today is coming to us live from the city of Launceston.
He's joining us from Ashgrove Farm Cheese. Churning the butter. How's it going, Matt?
Churning the butter. I mean, I'd love to say it's going well, but currently it's still very much liquid. It's very much cream and not so much butter at the moment. But I mean, look, we've got a little bit of time left. How long have we got on the show?
Yeah, half an hour, mate.
Hour and a half. I should be okay. Oh, is that all? Half an hour? The time
Half an hour.
Me. I better get going. Okay, I'll put that aside for just a second. Yeah, we are just outside of Launceston, actually. We're about 40 minutes west of Launceston here at Ashgrove Cheese. And I just wanted to show you this. This is really cool. You know, how good was it back in the day when you used to drink milk from a glass bottle? And they've got a little wee tap here. You can come along to Ashgrove, pour your own milk bottles, and of course then you can recycle it, bring it back, have another one, and all that plastic waste just goes away, and it's full cream. Straight from the cows in the farm to my lips, and that is absolutely delicious. Getting rid of plastic waste and getting to drink it out of a bottle just like the old days. Do you remember those tokens you used to leave at the letterbox? Little blue or the silver tokens? Man, those were the days, weren't they?
Well, no, hang on, Matt. Before that, we had money that we'd leave, but it just kept disappearing. So I think that's why they went to the tokens.
Tokens is probably a better idea, eh, Jenny?
Yeah, I think so,
I'm not quite old enough to remember them. Not throwing any shade, but I don't remember the money. Sorry, Jenny.
I'm old. I'm old.
But it was a simpler time, wasn't it, back then? It was almost like a slower kind of a pace of life, which is kind of what I'm reminded of here in Tasmania. It's that slow pace of life. You're on your road trip, you're stopping in, and what you get to do when you're taking your time driving around Tasmania is stopping in at these local producers, hearing their story of their, farm to table story, and getting to sample some of the delicious food and drink and everything else that they've got around here. And yesterday I was really lucky to do that, actually. On my road trip I stopped in at a town called Oatlands, a beautiful little town with an incredible history and a windmill with a bit of a story. Have a look. Well, I'm on my road trip from Hobart to Launceston, and one place I've heard that I had to stop was right here in Oatlands, famous for its collection of Georgian sandstone buildings. More of these buildings here than any other place in Australia. They're very famous for it, and they're also very famous for their whiskey. What a beautiful building this is. The third oldest mill in Australia. The man that built this mill, he was a bit of a troublemaker, wasn't he?
Yeah, he came from UK. Actually, he was born in Callington. That's why he called it Callington Mill. And then he thought there's a great opportunity here in Oatlands to grow grain, so he can crush it and turn it into flour. But on the side, he was also crushing different things and making illegal spirit. We're just trying to revive the story of Mr. Vincent by keeping his journey about making more legal. Callington Mill is the most developed technology in whiskey making process in 2022. And not only its most developed technology, it's Tasmanian technology.
What a perfect place to have a distillery. This town is just so picturesque.
Exactly.
Driving along that main street, those buildings, as you say, the Georgian sandstone buildings. What a beautiful place. So when people come here, what can they experience?
All that heritage part is free of charge for everyone to enjoy. We have projectors and speakers telling the story about the place. And if they would like to have a whiskey experience, then we have self-guided tour or guided tour. We have whiskey tasting, and to top this up, we have lunch. Tassie is well known for its fresh produce and the process of making everything from paddock to plate. So here at Callington Mill, we have the process of from barley to barrel.
And you make your own barrels?
Exactly right. We have a cooperage to process our own cask and make sure the quality is high, suitable for our high premium whiskey. What I would like you to try is the Symmetry, as a very light, approachable, easy drinking whiskey that is the highest awarded whiskey we have today. Cheers.
So smooth, eh? That is amazing. Look, thank you so much for showing me around. I wish I could stay here all day and settle in, but unfortunately, I've got to hit the road.
I'll drink the rest.
See you next time. See you. Yeah, I really could have stayed there all day. What an amazing place. Such a beautiful town. Callington Mill, delicious whiskey. Rizik, what a great guy. Thanks very much for that yesterday. I'll keep my tuning going, but I do want to tell you about the competition. All thanks to Tourism Tasmania, you could win for yourself flights for two across on the direct flight from Auckland to Hobart to Tasmania, where you can also have $2,500 worth of Tas vacation vouchers to spend on accommodation, on events, experiences, everything you get to do and see around Tasmania. It's such a fantastic time. I highly recommend it. So a huge thank you to Tourism Tasmania for getting me over here. I'm just going to show you my progress, knowing that I've got a little bit of time left. It's supposed to be butter. It's actually just whipped cream at the moment. So I guess, you know what, I'm making progress. That'll be butter by the time I see you next.
Yep,
hopefully.
keep churning, Matt.
Crossed.
Keep churning. We'll see you a little
Thanks,
bit
mate.
later on.
See
Thank you
you
very
soon.
much. Right, it's just gone 8:30. Here's Indira with